Good evening, parents. I'm Mrs. Stewart, school leader at Team Academy. I'm going to be showing you 3 different ways on how you can help your kid multiply efficiently. The first way we're going to learn is a standard algorithm. You may remember this way from back in the day when we were in school. A lot of parents like to say the old school way. You know how parents go, I don't know this new way y'all teaching y'all. This is the old school way. You can teach your kids how to multiply the way that we learned back in the day. That way is called the standard algorithm. The first thing that I want to stress to families, we want to teach students that when they are multiplying, the numbers that they are multiplying are called factors. Factors are 2 or more numbers multiplied to get a product. The product is the answer to a multiplication problem. The first thing we're going to do with the standard algorithm, we are going to line our digits up. Now, one of the things I want to stress with this strategy, it really doesn't focus too much on place value, but I'm going to teach you how place value can be incorporated, something that our teachers didn't teach us back in the day. The first thing, students should start with the ones place. The 3 and the 2 are in the ones place. 3 times 2 gives you 6. Next, they should be multiplying 2 times 2. The 2 in the tens place, 2 times 2 gives you 4. Now, this is the part where our teachers didn't do a really solid job. They used to tell us to put a 0 here, right? How many people remember that? The 0 is because we are done multiplying this 2. We are done with the 2 in the ones place. We are moving on to the tens place. Everybody say moving on. Moving on, right? So now that we're moving on, we're going to do 1 times 3. That gives you 3. I'm going to draw another line here. 1 times 2 gives you 2. Let me move this over a bit. I like to keep my digits nice and organized based on place value. This is something that you should emphasize with your student so that they can check their work and make as little calculation errors as possible. These numbers are called our partial products. Now we're going to add. 6 plus 0 gives you 6. 4 plus 3 gives you 7. And you bring down a 2. This gives you the product, the answer to a multiplication problem. Now, we are moving on to area model. Please don't laugh at me. I'm not the best artist. I don't always draw boxes the way that they need to be drawn, but you're going to get the point. So, we're going to draw a box. We are going to split the box because we have 2 digits in each. So I'm going to split it into 4. I'm going to put the 20 here. Why? Because the 2 is in the tens place. The value of that 2, because it's in the tens place, is 20. I am going to add 3. Why? Because the 3 is in the ones place. Notice how the 20 is much bigger than the 3, right? So the 3 has a smaller space, 20 has a bigger space. Next, I'm going to decompose or break apart 10 and 2. Why? Because the 1 is in the tens place, the 2 is in the ones place. Notice that the 2 is smaller than the 10. Now, let's multiply. 20 times 10. I always have students underline the zeros to represent groups of 10. 2 times 1 is 2. You bring down the zeros. 200 is your first partial product. Notice that 200 here can be seen here. The 2 in standard algorithm is in the hundreds place. Next, we're going to do 3 times 10. Underline that power of 10. 3 times 10 is 30. That is your second partial product. Where can we see the 30 over here? The 3 is in the tens place. It represents 30. Next, we're going to do 20 times 2. Underline that group of 10. 20 times 2 gives us 40. That is your third partial product. Where do we see the 40? Right here, the 4 is in the tens place. Last but not least, we're going to do 3 times 2. That gives us 6. That's our last partial product. Now, students need to add. Notice I'm going to start with the number that is greatest, and then I'm going to go down to the number that is least. 200 is first, 40 is next, 30, and then 6. I like to tell students to draw their lines to keep their work organized. These numbers are called our partial products. 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 6 gives you 6. 0 plus 4 is 4. 4 plus 3 is 7. That's 7. Bring down the 2. This is your product. Who can tell me what is a product? If you forgot, it's the answer to a multiplication problem. The last but not least strategy is my ultimate fave. It is called the lattice method. Now, the lattice method, we are going to draw a box similar to area model, okay? This strategy does not focus on place value, though. It's more like the standard algorithm. We're just going to be multiplying digits. So I'm going to break that into 2. I'm going to break this into 2. Now, notice, unlike area model, this was a 20. Over here, we're going to keep the 2. No place value is needed for the lattice method. We're going to go corner to corner, corner to corner, corner to corner. Now let's get ready for the magic. 1 times 3 gives us what? 3. The best. 0, 3. 1 times 2 gives us 2. You're going to put a 0 and a 2. 2 times 3 gives us 6. 6. 0 and 6. And last but not least, 2 times 2 gives us 4. 0 and 4, that is cuatro. Now we're going to add. The 6 goes here, the 7, the 2. This is your product. You have just learned how to multiply using 3 different strategies. Standard algorithm, area model, and lattice method. Which one is your favorite? Thank you so much. If you have any questions, please reach out to your child's 5th grade math teacher.